हेलो। नहीं नहीं, अभी क्लास स्टार्ट एक हुआ है तो उसको स्ट्रीम कर रहे थे। ठीक है, वो हो रहा है अपना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। जहाँ कुछ दिखा नहीं उसका। समझा कैसे नहीं लगा अपना पेमेंट फेल, ठीक है, हो गया। ठीक है, पेमेंट फेल हो गया। हाँ ठीक है। हो गया ना, तो आप ऑर्डर प्लेस करो फिर। तो 56 GB वाला कितना था? सैमसंग F5G 39,000 का था, नहीं? R1 39 नहीं, 44 का था। 8 GB 256, अच्छा 44 का था, ठीक है। पर्पल कलर कह रही। नहीं नहीं, वो भी है, ग्रीन भी है। पर्पल तो 128 है। नहीं, पर्पल भी है उसका और ग्रीन भी है। हाँ। आज इंटरनेट का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है जबरदस्त। तुमको अपना स्क्रीन दिखाएंगे ना, तुम्हारा माथा घूम जाएगा। लैपटॉप का एक जगह से खींच रहे हैं या बाकी 3 जगह स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं उसको। लैपटॉप फोन का स्पीड अच्छा नहीं चल रहा उसकी वजह से। देखो तुम हम भेजे। हाँ, महीने में खत्म हो जाएगा तो मशीन ऑर्डर कर दी। हम लोग को यही चाहिए। तो लग रहा है अपन का सबसे मन हो रहा है गाने का इस साल। हाँ, तो वो अंकल लोग बैठे जाके। उन्हीं आदमी है ये। क्यों? देख रहा था ना कि लोग प्लान बना रहे जाने का, पहले पहले खुद ही चला गया जानबूझ के। ठीक है, कहीं सब। तो बहुत दुष्ट आदमी थे, तो जाने की सब जाने की। अरे यार, एक्सचेंज नहीं ले रहा है। बोल रहा है कि अभी एक्सचेंज हुआ था कुछ देर पहले। बस उनके अकाउंट आईडी। अरे तो ईएमआई नंबर हम थोड़ी चेंज कर सकते हैं अपना फोन का। क्या कह रहा है? IMEI नंबर जैसे ही डाले हैं, डिवाइस इज नॉट एलिजिबल फॉर एक्सचेंज डिवाइस डिस्काउंट, इट वाज ऑलरेडी रिसेंटली एक्सचेंज। अमेजोन से बात करते हैं, फिर हम रात में करते हैं तुमसे। ठीक है जी।
rules. We cannot have the upper letter, small letter, capital letter kind of things. It will be different object. Now we cannot use the reserved words as an identifier. So in the Python, so there are some certain keywords are available. Keywords is nothing but a kind of identifier, which is a system defined identifier. So we cannot use system defined identifier in the Python while declaring the identifier. Okay, I will tell you what are the system defined variable. Let's suppose def to declare any function. So def is nothing but a keywords. We cannot use the def keywords while declaring any kind of Python identifier. Okay, suppose this one. So def is nothing but a keywords in the Python that is used to declare any kind of function. Okay, so we cannot use the def as a variable name. It is not a valid. Now there is no length limit in the Python. We can use any number of character to declare a identifier, but it is recommended to use the small identifier kind of length. Okay, now dollar symbol is not allowed. I told you, I show you the in the example that dollar symbol is not allowed. Okay, so we cannot use that, even special character also. So these are the some of the example. I just want to show you that what are the valid case, what are the invalid case. Suppose that this is starting with the digit. Okay, as per the rule we should not start with the digit. This is the invalid. Second, this is the valid. Digits are actually containing in the middle or like in the last, that can be a possible. This is the valid case. Now coming to the next, it is also a valid case because we are using the digit in the middle of something. Okay, now dollar, I have used this special character in declaring the identifier. It is not a valid case. Okay, as per the rule, if I'm going to use to declare variable with having the underscore, either the starting, either the middle, either the last, that is the valid case because we can use the underscore as many type as def. Def, it is the keyword in the Python. We cannot use as an identifier. Okay, and suppose we have some kind of if and else condition in the Python program. Okay, so if is also a kind of keywords. So we cannot use this if keywords as an identifier. Okay. So there are some kind of notes, some kind of point you should remember that if underscore, if identifier start with the underscore, that is nothing but a private variables. Okay. If
In the
identifier
Python
is
program,
start with a
okay,
double
so if is
underscore, that is
also a
nothing but a
kind of
strongly private
keywords.
variable, that is a
So we
protected
cannot
variable.
use
I will tell
this
you
if
explain in the later on
keywords
class.
as an
And
identifier.
identifier,
Okay.
let's suppose some of the
So there are
identifier
some kind
having
of
the double
notes, some kind of
underscore in
point
the
you should
start
remember
as
that
well as in the
if,
end.
for example, this
Underscore,
one,
if
double
identifier
underscore in
start
the
with the
start, double
underscore, that is
underscore
nothing
in
but
the
a
end.
private
So this
variables.
kind of
Okay, if
identifier is nothing
identifier
but
is
a
something
magical
start with a
okay.
double
So if is
underscore, these are the
also a
magical
kind of
method, strongly
magic method
private
keywords.
variable. I will tell you what are the magic method are there. Okay, mostly it is used when you are building the class, when you are building the modules, package, and all the things. So these kind of identifier are also available. You should understand, you should know these are the point. So I have covered most of the part. Are you guys with me here? Are you understanding what I'm explaining? Anybody have any doubt till now? Let me know.
Sir, can you show last slide, like before
We
this one
cannot
slide?
use. I will tell
This
you
one, if
explain in the later on
keywords
class.
No,
as an
And
before
identifier.
this
I
slide.
have any doubt till now?
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
know. This one.
Sir, can you
Yes, sir.
show last
Okay.
slide, like before this
We
one
cannot
slide?
use. I will tell
This
you
one, if
explain in the later on
keywords
class.
No,
as an
And
before
identifier.
this
I
slide.
have any doubt
Okay.
till now.
Okay.
So any doubts? Any doubt? Anyone have any guys? Tell me. Are you able to understand the concept? Whatever I'm explaining about the identifier. Piyush, Alok, Nikhil. Anyone have any issues? Mazib, you can tell me. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Even in the middle of something, you can ask also. Shagar, you have any doubts? Okay, you do not want to talk. All right, no problems. That's fine. I'm assuming that you are able to understand the concept, but If you have any doubts in the middle of something, you can hold me, you can ask me. Okay. So I'm moving forward to the next. Okay. Identifier I have covered. Now the reserved words. So what are the reserved words are there? So in the Python, some of the words are reserved. Okay. Which is the system defined identifier. So these are the nothing but call as in reserved words. Okay. Suppose there are total 33 reserved words are available in the Python. So these are the reserved words which actually showing in this below of the screenshot. If you want to print all the reserved words, keywords in the Python, you can just keyword.keylist. It will display all the keywords. If and else condition, import, break, and true. text. So remember that you cannot use that. Now coming to the readout during your intermediate, where complex like real type, a real part, imaginary part, right? Similarly, in the Python side, we have a two type of data: real part and imaginary part. I hope you are able to see my screen, right? If you have any uh, uh, problem to see my screen, I can zoom that. Can anybody confirm that? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, can you zoom a little bit?
Sure, sure. I will do it. Okay, now it's fine.
Yes, sir.
Or
Yes,
yeah, shall I do
yes, sir.
it? Okay, okay.
No, it's
So
fine.
all right. So now coming to the complex part. So complex part in the Python, there are two type of part. One is the real part, one is the imaginary part. So whenever you are understanding, you are reading during the intermediate, you have read out that uh no 1 plus ij means 1 plus 2I, right? So I was the imaginary part, right? But in the Python, it is a j. So j is nothing but having the imaginary part, and this is the real part. Okay, if you want to use, if you want to print the a, it will print the real part as in 3, because this is the value of 3, and this is the 5, this is the value of the imaginary part. Okay, if you want to print the type, okay, type of the variables a, in that case it will tell you that this is the complex data, right? I plus j. Now coming to this point, that the imaginary part cannot have the boundary. Okay, real part can have the boundary, but imaginary part cannot have the boundary. These are the some of the concept you should understand, that we cannot use the boundary in the imaginary part in the Python. It will not understand the Python. Now coming to some of
So
the,
zero and one we can't use in imaginary part, right?
yes, we cannot use the imaginary part in the Python to declare any kind of uh, identifier. It will not understand by the Python. We have to use
No,
the
no.
real.
What I was asking is that zero and one we can't use in imaginary part, right? Zero and one,
No, no. See, this is the 0 1, right?
right?
So this is the binary. If you want, if you want to use the real part as an integer, that will be fine. But if you want to part as in binary, it will not understand by the Python. Okay.
Okay,
Here you can see that real part can be a binary, but imaginary part cannot be a binary. It will not understand by the Python. Okay.
okay.
All right. So these are the concept you should know about that. Now coming to the operation part, complex addition. Suppose that you have the two numbers 10 plus 1.5j, 20 plus 2.5j. If you want to add that, you can add that, and the print the value of the sum. You can print the value. Real part will the add with the real part. 20 plus 30 30, and 1.5 2.5, that is the 4. So you can do the operations, you can check the data types, you can have the real numbers. With the help of c dot real, it will tell you the real part. C dot imagery, it will tell you the imaginary part. So these are the operations. With the help of that, you can operate, you can have the play with the complex number. Now coming to the boolean part. So boolean part is nothing but a true and false. Okay, where t is capital letter and f is the capital letter. Okay, so this is nothing but the boolean data type. If you want to print the data types of b, it will tell you that this is a boolean class. Okay, now this is the most important point I just want to tell you about the boolean. Sometimes in the interview they will ask these questions: what is the value of true plus 2 in the print statement? And oh, these are the, Piyush, you want to try?
So true plus true, right?
Yeah. What is the value of true plus 2? This is the boolean, this is the boolean. You want to add the true plus true. So what will be the output? True or false or 1 or 2? This is the print statement. What will be the output? Any idea? What is the correct options? This is the
I think it will be
interview
true.
question. True, right?
might be 2. 2.
Okay, it might be 2. This one, A options,
No, D. D.
D options. Okay. Anybody else want to try? Okay, do not want to participate. All right, no problem. So let's see what is the output. So if you want to print, okay, let's see. If you want to print the true plus 2, right, it will print the 2. You are the correct, because the true is nothing but a value of 1. True is nothing but a value of 1. False is nothing but a value of 0. So if you want to add true plus 2, it is nothing but in the background it is 1 plus 1. That is a true 2. Okay. So always remember that true is treat as an 1, 0, false treat as an 0. Clear? I will
So this
there are,
true and false is for every command, like every identifier. Like you are talking about print. So in print, true plus 2 is equal to 2, right? But if
yes.
you are using any other identifier, like the like which you showed us earlier,
Okay.
so
Which one?
can
This
we
one?
use in that? Yeah,
Which one?
suppose we are using in Boolean.
Mhm.
So can we use in that true
No, no.
plus
See,
2?
see. That was, this rule was basically applied only the Boolean case. Okay, this will not apply on the this complexes or other data type, because it having the different rule, right? This is the sum of the real part, sum of the imaginary part. This having the different rule. Adding of 1 plus 2 having the 3, that having the different rule, right? That is the integer part. But I am talking about the Boolean part. This is the Boolean part.
Only Boolean part. So in
Yes.
Boolean, it will be true plus 2 is equal to 2, or true plus false is equal to 1, right?
Correct. Yes. So true
Okay.
plus false is equal to 1, because true
1,
is having the
1,
value of 1, false is having the value of 0. It means
0.
that 1, right? So I always
Okay.
remember,
Okay.
sometimes in the interview also they will ask this type of question: what is the value of true minus false? Sometimes. Okay. So let's see.
So
So
true
true,
minus false is equal to 1. Right?
correct. So true minus false is equal to 1s, right? 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. So this is the sum of the basic concept. You should know about that. Now, coming to the string part, I told you that there are multiple type of way to declare these strings. Okay, these are the empty string. Okay, temp single quote and temp double quote. So these are the two way to declare the string data type. Okay, if you want to have the data, in that case you can have the data in the quote or double quote. You can do that very well. Temp, right? Now coming to this, some of the more in-depth knowledge about the strings. Okay, I will tell you the details about the string because there is another class, but in the kind of introductions, I will tell you some of the operation on the string data type. Suppose that we have the strings s is equal to Dinesh. This is the string data type. I want to use this slicing operators. What is a slicing operator? What is the concept of slicing operator? So slicing nothing but I just want to access the data of these strings. That is nothing but with the help of slicing we can use that. So suppose that I want to use this D. This is nothing but a zeroth index. So always remember, if I want to, okay, move from left to right, this is a positive index. Okay, this is the positive index. Start from 0. Now, second rule, that move from right to left. This is nothing but a negative index. Okay, index, and start from -1. So be understand that Whenever any data is there in the strings, either the case of the string, either case of the list also, either the case of the any of the data type, I will tell you list also. But strings, if you are moving the from left to right, I am moving the cursor from left to right, right? So this is nothing but a positive index. If I'm moving the from right to left means I'm moving the cursor from right to left. This is nothing but a negative index. So right positive index always start from the zero. It means that it is the zeroth index. It is the first, second, third, fourth, and then fifth. Right? Starting with the zero in the left side, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Starting with the right side, it will having the negative index. So negative index means it will start from the negative one, right? So negative one means h is equal to negative one. This is the negative two. This is the negative three, like that. So this is the thumb rule while using the slicing operator. If you want to access the D, right? So there are two ways. First way is positive index, which is the zero from the left side, and second way is the negative index, right, from the right side. What is the negative index? This is the -1, this is the -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, right? So whenever you are accessing the D character, you can use either the S0, either the S-6. It will display the data of the this index D value, right? So if I'm going to print S0, it will print the D. If I'm going to print the index +1, it will print the I. If I'm going to print the index -1, means right side, first value, that is the H, right? And always remember, if I'm passing any kind of index value which is not in available, it having the sixth index, right? 5 index, but I'm calling the 14th index, 14 index, that is not available. So in that case, you will get a out of range error. You cannot access the data which is not available in the range. Okay. So these are the way to access the data in the string with the help of slicing. Are you getting my point? Anybody have any doubt in this concept? Piyush, I have any doubts? Nikhil, Alok.
No.
All right. So remember that moving from left to right, positive index, right to left, negative index, and starting with the zero in the right side, starting with the -1 in the left side. Now coming to the this again second example. Suppose that in this part you are accessing the one data, one character. I want to access the range of the character. Suppose that this range I want to access, which is the highlighted one. So how you can access? With the help of slicing operator. Okay, slicing operator. Suppose that you want to access as 1 to 40, right? So one is starting from the this one is the first is 0, right? The one in this first index, right? So it will start from the z first to till last. Whenever you are using any kind of index which is not available and having the right side, it will print the all the data till the last value. Okay, if you do not mentioning any data, it will assume the last value. If you are mentioning of the range data, it will assume that last value. Okay, and it will, if you are similarly in the case of the right side, okay, this is the right side cases, this is the left side cases, where if you're not mentioning any kind of index value starting point, it will assume as a 0 first index. Okay, means first value, first character. If you are mentioning kind of index, so here from 1 to till last, this is the 1 to till 40, and you have to use the colon between that, range between that 1 to till you,
So
if you're
can,
making a,
can you help me with the sixth one? Like print S/3.
okay, yeah, I'm coming to that point. Wait, I'm coming to that point. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Now this is a slicing operator. Now coming to this part, sixth one. If you are having the string and you are multiplying directly with the any of the integer, it will repeat the value as many times as the integer value. So it is 3 times, first times, second times, and then third times. 3 times you are repeating the value. So it is nothing but a repetitive operators. I will tell you there are two type of operators applied in the strings. First is additional or concatenate operator. Second is multiplication or repetitive operator. So this is nothing but a repetitive operator. So where we are repeating the data as many number of time as it is. Clear, Piyush?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. So now coming to the typecasting. So I will take some 5 minutes of break. Okay. I'm pausing here for the 5 minutes of break. You can take your uh, whatever you want, and then we'll come again with the 5 minutes. Okay. Take your water, whatever you want
Sir,
to have.
sir,
Okay.
sir, can you give your last slide on? Last slide.
All right. This one.
Oh, no, not this one. That the repetitive one.
Okay.
Repetitive.
This one.
The, yes, yes. Okay.
Okay.
The
Okay.
repetitive one.
Yeah. So also Piyush,
Repetitive.
one thing.
This one. The,
Basically,
yes,
whatever
yes.
the things I am
Okay.
just no displaying
The
or writing in
repetitive one.
code. Yeah. Okay. So
The
I will
repetitive.
announce one thing. I will share all
Basically,
the
whatever the
content with you also. You can have the go through that, and you can also run or like take the example in your own machine and you can execute that. Do not have to worried about to write each and everything, right? So if you want, you
Yes,
can
yes, sir.
have, that's fine, but each and every content I will share along with the class recording. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
So take the 5 minutes of break and we'll come again on 1 second.
7-5.
7-5. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. The movie had
सर तो वो जो
yeah.
वन तो वो लास्ट स्लाइड दिखेगा, एक मिनट, लास्ट स्लाइड, हाँ ये वाला। तो उसमें जो 4 तक है, तो स्लैश स्लैश अपने 4 दिखे, सेमीकोलन 4, फिफ्थ वाला, फिफ्थ।
ओके
सर इसमें DINES तक नहीं आएगा?
नहीं एक्चुअली क्या है ना, जो इंडेक्स होता है ना उसके
हाँ
लास्ट एक माइनस होता है, ठीक है, एक माइनस होता है, क्योंकि हाउ मेनी कंटेंट यू आर डिस्प्लेइंग हियर, इफ यू सी दैट हाउ मेनी कंटेंट, 4 कंटेंट, so assume that 4 contents, EINE,
तो
4 content, it is fine.
तो मगर D तो 0 होगा ना, D जैसे हम लोग लेफ्ट टू राइट जा रहे हैं, राइट, तो D 0
Correct.
आपने बोला था कि D 0 होगा,
हाँ correct.
तो
So basically
0
see, whenever you are not declaring any kind of index value in the starting point, it will assume
हाँ
from the 0, right?
0,
So 0 means
राइट,
this
तो
one, and
D,
how many, yeah, so how many index till the 4th index, right? But in the string data type, in the ranging kind of things, it will understand the 4 character, right? So this is the 4 character, DINE, this is the fourth, right? 0 character, first, second, third, fourth, right? This is the 4th index, but in the range it will always having the less than 1, okay, means 4 minus 1 3, right? So it will take the 3rd index till the 3rd index, okay.
नहीं सर समझ में नहीं आया सर, ये सॉरी।
You got the point? Okay.
नहीं
So simple देखो, अगर अगर हमारे पास 4th इंडेक्स मेंशन है, राइट, 4th इंडेक्स अगर
हाँ
मेंशन है तो हम 4th इंडेक्स के एक पहले इंडेक्स तक ही ले आते हैं, ठीक है। जैसे मान लो अगर यहाँ पे मेंशन नहीं है तो 0, अगर मैं यहाँ पे मेंशन कर देता हूँ 2, राइट, लेट्स सी व्हाट इज
हाँ
आउटपुट, okay, so 2 till 4, right, so 2 till 4 means 0 1 2, right, this is the 2, right, n is the 2, correct,
हाँ 2
and
2
till the 4th,
हाँ
correct, till the 4th, the 4th index is s, right,
yes right
s is
right
the 4th index, correct, but
right right
in the range condition, in the slicing operator, the concept is that जो भी हमारे पास मैक्सिमम रेंज होती है उसका लेस देन 1 तक जाता है, ठीक है, जो भी रेंज की कंडीशन हम मेंशन करते हैं उसके लेस देन 1 तक जाता है। तो जो भी हमारे पास रेंज की कंडीशन, ये एस 4th इंडेक्स है, बट ये 3 तक ही जाएगा, जहां तक ये वैल्यू हो गई आपकी 2nd एंड 3rd इंडेक्स, 4th इंडेक्स ये नहीं लेता, ठीक है, 4th इंडेक्स ये नहीं लेता,
मतलब रेंज में एक माइनस हो जाएगा, मतलब रेंज मतलब
करेक्ट
4 मतलब रेंज हुआ।
जो करेक्ट, तो जो लास्ट इंडेक्स होता है, लास्ट इंडेक्स -1, यू कैन जस्ट जब भी कभी प्रोग्राम करो तो अंडरस्टैंड करो जहां तक तुम्हें चाहिए इंडेक्स उसका 1 प्लस लेके चलो, ठीक है।
एक प्लस लेके आओ।
हाँ, आज जैसे मान लो तुम्हें अगर एस तक चाहिए, तुम्हें 5th इंडेक्स
हाँ
तक देना होगा, यहाँ तक देना होगा, तब ये एस तक आएगा, करेक्ट।
अच्छा, मतलब अगर यहाँ यहाँ पे हम लोग ये 2 को हटा के 0 ही रखें और वहां पे 4 को हटा के 5 कर दें तो S तक ही आएगा, राइट?
करेक्ट,
मतलब
अगर मैं यहाँ पे
2
5
को हटा
कर
के
देता हूँ,
हाँ 5 कर
ठीक है,
देंगे।
तो यहाँ पे देखो एस तक आ गया, तो इट
हाँ
मीन्स जो
S
5th
तक आ
इंडेक्स
गया।
है,
हाँ
5th इंडेक्स -1 यहाँ तक,
मतलब वो
ठीक है,
4 इंडेक्स तक वो लाता है।
करेक्ट,
ओके ओके,
ठीक है,
थैंक यू।
ऑलराइट। Alright, so now coming to the type casting. So one second. So typecasting is nothing but we want to convert one data type into the another data type, that is nothing but a typecasting. So I told you that, right? What is the meaning of true? That is the 1. So whenever I'm going to convert into the integer, that is the 1. If I want to convert false, that is the Boolean data type, I want to convert into the integer, in that case, that is a 0. So now here it is a proven. Okay. So first is how to convert one data type into the another data type. So there are certain rules are available where we can use that and then convert the data type into the another data type. First example, I want to cast means converting. I want to convert into the integer. I have the float. I want to convert it to integer. So whatever the integer part it is, it will convert into the integer, and I have to use the int. This is the inbuilt function in the Python. Okay. If I want to convert true, okay, into the integer, it will having the value of 1, it will convert it to the 1, and I have to use the int. This is the inbuilt function. Similarly, suppose that I have the value of the 10, right, in the double quotes, which is the string data type. This is nothing but the string data type. I want to convert it to the integer. So in that case, I can use int, that will convert it to the integer. Okay. Remember that if I have the string ten written as an ten, I want to convert into the string, so that can be not possible. It should be the integer. So let's see. If I want to, all right, I have the value of ten not in integer form, in the string form. I want to convert into the integer. It will be not convert, value error. Okay, it should be the itself the integer within a string. Then only I will able to convert the value into the integer. Okay, so this is the one of the concept. Now this one, boolean. Okay, I am change the value of data type boolean, right? This is the boolean into the integer. It is not a possible, because always remember that within a strings it should be the integer. It should be the base of the 10. It should not be base of the 2, boolean, octal, or hexadecimal. If I want to convert into integer, it is a NOS. It should be the either in this case. It should be the integer. It should not be the even float also. It should be always the integer. Then only I will able to convert into the integer. Okay. Now coming to this case. Okay. This case. Convert the complex value into the integer part. If I want to convert the complex, that is also not possible, because it having the two type of value, real part and imaginary part, and it always, that is the real part. So it cannot provide the imaginary part. So that's why it's not possible to convert complex data type into the integer. I hope it is clear, this rule, how to convert, how to cast any data type into the integer. Now coming to the boolean data type.
What about last one? 8
This one, right? So this is a boolean. This is the sorry. This is the binary number, right? Within a quote of the double quotes. This is nothing but a string, right? So we cannot convert any kind of string which is either the 10, either the value of the integer. So let's see. If I have the value, I want to convert into the integer, it is not possible, because it should be the only the integer case, either the 10, either the 1, either the 2, like that. It should be always the integer. Okay. So a string data type can convert into the integer data type only when a string having the integer value, not other than that. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Use clear? All right. Okay. Coming to this, 1 second. Okay. Now coming to this boolean data type. So similarly as integer int function is available, boolean is also having bool boolean. If I want to convert any data type into the boolean, in that case I can use the boolean inbuilt function and I can pass the value. 0 is nothing but a false, right? So it will print the false, right? I told you that false means 0, 1 means true. So if I'm going to convert 1 into the boolean, it will be the true. If I want to convert any kind of value which having the value other than 0, it will always have the true value, because it having the data. So machine is understanding that if do not have the data, in that case it is a false. If having the data, that is true. Okay. Always remember while converting to the boolean, This is not having the data, it means false. If this is having the data, it means true. Having the data, true. This is having the data, true. But in this case, do not have the data, right? 0 means 0.0. This is nothing a data. It is equivalent to 0. This is the false. Now, in the case of this one, 0 plus 0j, imaginary part is also 0, real part is also 0. This is the false because we do not have the data in the kind of the string. In talking about the string data type, if having the any kind of data in the string, that is the true, always true. False, having the data, it doesn't matter that false or true, whatever. Having the data, it means true. If do not have the data, blank string, it means the false. Clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
This rule is clear. All right. Now coming to the string data type. So you can convert any data type into the string data type. That is, there is no constraint or restriction or like that, because string is just a single quote or double quote. Okay, so it can contain either the integer, float, complex value, or true or false, a boolean. You can convert any data type into the string with the help of str. It is a possible. Now this is the typecasting in the string. Now coming to the list data type. Okay, so list is also very much big topics. I will explain a whole class on the list, different type of functions, methods, different type of operations in the list. But here I'm just not little bit touching on the list data type. So list is a data type which contain a multiple data type of value. It can be contain either the integer, contain either the value of the string, either they contain the combination of each and everything. That will be so. It can contain. It is a heterogeneous kind of element. Heterogeneous means multiple data type can be contained in the list data type and having the comma separated value within a square bracket. This is nothing but a list. If I have the list, I want to print the zeroth index. The same rule is applied as I told in the strings, moving to the left to right, positive index, right to left, negative index. If I'm printing the zeroth index, that is nothing but the value of 10, value of 10. If I'm printing the value of -1 is the last index, negative index, first negative index 40. If I'm printing the value of 1 to till 3, right? So means first index to till third index. So this is a 0, first, second, third index. So -1, this one. So this will be the range, first to till 3, this one. If I want to modify the value of the zeroth index 0 and assigning the value of 100, right? So this value will be going to be replaced, right? And if I'm going to print the value of the each and every index, it will change the value of the first index as in 100, second 20, 30 and 40. Earlier it was 10, now it is become 100. So it is saying that we can modify the list. So there is a one common question, one interview frequently asked question is that what is the difference between the list and tuple? Tuple is also one of the data type. I will told you in the later on class, but there is a difference between the list and tuple. Interview question. So list can be a change, tuple cannot be a change. Here there is example that we can change the zeroth index value by replacing the new value. So list can be added, can be a change. This is the mutable list data type, and tuple is the immutable. We cannot change. So this is also one of the most important interview questions. Now coming to the tuple. So tuple case, tuple is also one of the topic I will explain in the later class. But tuple is having the similar kind of things in the list, but is a read only. Okay, we cannot change the data. It always contain in the small bracket. Okay, parentheses, and each and every items are comma separated within the parentheses. That is nothing but the tuples. So tuple, if you want to see the type, it will be the tuple. If I want to change the data, if I want to add the data, right, it will not allow because tuple is the immutable. We cannot change the data. So this is the difference between the list and tuple. Tuple cannot be modified, list can be modified. Now coming to the range data type. Range is nothing but one of the most frequently used data type. So range is basically generator. It will generate a sequence of the number. Okay. Suppose that this is the range, this is the syntax. I want to generate a number from first to till 10. Okay. First to till 10. And how many steps? Three steps. So it will generate the value of 1, 0, 3 like that. Suppose that I do not mention any kind of steps. I want to mention only the first to till 10. So it will start from the, yeah, this one. If I mention the one value in the range, it will start from the 0 always. If I mention starting point, it will start from the 1 itself, and plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 like that, incremental value, generated value. Okay. And if I mention the steps also, suppose that one step, by default it is a one step, but if I mention the two steps, so it will jump into the one into one. So 1 and then 3 and then 5 like that. One step, two step like that, two step. By default it is a one steps. So I'm just taking the basic example that 10. So it is nothing but a 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then dot dot till the 9. Okay. Because there is a 10 item. So how many item is there till the 0 to 9? 10 item. So always remember, whatever the mention I have mentioned the number, that will be minus 1. That is the last item. Okay. Now this is the case where I have to range by default starting from 0 to the 1 step plus. If I want to start from not from the 0, from the 2, okay, then 2 comma 10. So it will start from the 2 to till 9. If I want to print, I want to generate the number from 2 to 10, but not the one step, three step. So in that case, it will start from the 2 to till how many times? 2 plus 2 plus 3, 5, right? So it will jump three step, right? 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, like that. And 8 plus 3, 11. It is the out of range. It will not display. So 2, 5, 8. This is the output. I think it is clear at how to use the range. Any questions you have? Now coming to uh, this part, I told you that incremental part, right? This is the starting point, this is the end point, this is the steps. So this start with 10, and how many 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and the last is 20, but 20 is not a range, right? Because how is the range? 19 till the 19, 20 minus 1, 90. So we cannot display the 20. So this is the output. If I'm mentioning the 10 till the 20, if I want to display the R0 value. So what is the R0 value? That is the first value, that is a 0. This one. What is the 15th value? This is the out of the range, because how many numbers are there? 10 numbers, right? 10 to till 19. How many numbers? 10 numbers are there. Cannot access the data which is the at the 15th index, because I have only 10 numbers in the list. So this is the out of range. We cannot access that. Similar kind of things in the string. Now coming to the set data type. This is actually overview. I will explain later on the class in detail. These are the overview, but set data type. Data type is nothing but contain the curly bracket and having all the items into the different data type. Please remember that order is not actually here mentioned. Means order cannot be used. These are the any number of going to check the data type. It is a set data type. And if I want to add the data, I can use the s.add. I will explain this detail in the other course. These are the way to add the data into the set. This has been added randomly, right? And if I want to remove the data, we can remove the data by passing the data and will print the data. It is also not frequent, but sometimes we are using depending on the requirement. Now coming to none data type. So none data type is also one of the data type in the Python. Suppose that
सर आपका स्लाइड नहीं दिख रहा है।
Hello.
I'm audible,
Hello?
guys. I'm audible.
सर आप
Yes, but your screen is not visible. I think it's
Okay.
pop.
Now it's visible.
It's loading.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
Okay. So I
it's
was talking
escape
about the
character.
non data type. Sorry. Hello.
Yes, sir, you were talking about none data type.
Okay. Okay. So I was talking about the non-data type. So non-data type is also one of the data type available in the Python. Suppose I want to check how to print the non-data type. In that case, I have the one functions declare in the Python, which is the M1, and I have used to declare a is equal to 10. I do not return anything. Okay. If I'm going to return anything, then I will get the data. If I'm not returning anything, then in that case, if I'm calling this method, we do not get any data, any kind of return type. That is nothing but a non-data types. Okay. Suppose that in the same example, if I want to return the data, okay. Suppose that I want to return a value, right? I want to return the a value. In that case, if I'm going to run this function, it will return the 10 value, right? Because I am returning the a value of 10. But if I'm not mentioning any return value, it do not have anything to return the value. It means that that is nothing. Whenever I'm printing the value of the calling the method, it is nothing but returning the none. So this is also one of the data type. Now coming to the escape character. So escape character is also one of the important things whenever I'm programming anything. I want to print a data in the new line. In that case, I have to use this slash n. Suppose that this is a Dinesh and Kumar. I want to print Dinesh in the one line, Kumar in the second line. I have to use slash n. This is nothing but the escape operator. Slash. Okay. So these are the escape character. So there are certain escape characters are there. Okay. I will list it down and I will share with you. Like suppose that I want to print the data in the new line. I have to use the slash n. I want to print the data into tab. I have to use the slash t. This is the tab 4 space, right? And if I want to print slash even, okay, slash as an data means suppose that I have used for example this one, okay, okay, this one, and this one, okay. Suppose that I want to print this double quote as an output, of the string. In that case, if I'm including this as a part of the string data, it will give you an error, right? Because this is the invalid syntax. This is ending till here. How it's possible to include this also? So how it's possible to print the double quotes means double quotes in the outputs? In that case, I have to use this slash. This is the escape character. It means that this data will understand, Python will understand this is one of the part of the strings. If I'm going to print this data, it will print the data as an double quotes as an data.
सर तो वो 12th वाला तो 11th वाला तो वो हो गया ना, टैब जैसे ही हो गया। जैसे दिनेश स्लैश टी कुमार तो वो टैब आता है ना सर। देखिए 5th 6th वाला।
हाँ ये वाला,
हाँ ये वाला तो टैब में हो गया।
हाँ यह
राइट।
टैब में हो गया, बट
हाँ
इस वाले
तो
की बात कर रहा
ये
था
वाला
मैं।
भी, हाँ तो ये वाला भी
नहीं
टैब जैसे ही हो गया ना सर।
नहीं, टैब जैसा तो नहीं, बट सपोज दैट आई वांट टू प्रिंट द डबल कोट आल्सो एज एन पार्ट ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग। ओके, डबल कोट्स को भी मुझे प्रिंट करना
अच्छा
है।
डबल
इन
कोट
दैट
बीच में
केस,
आती है। राइट
हाँ,
राइट राइट।
in that case I have to mention the slash, otherwise it will assume that this is not a any kind
इनवैलिड
of
हो जाएगा।
Yes. So if I want to print a data, in that case, it will be part of the code. If I'm not using this operator, it will print you an error. Got it? Now,
Yes.
coming to the next part, this one. Suppose that I want to print the data as well as the type, right? In that case, I have a list of the items 10, 20, ABC, true and false. This is the integer, this is the string, this is the boolean. So I want to write a program. Can interview ask the question that write a program which will print the data along with the value. So in that case, I will iterate the for loop. This is the for loop of the syntax over the list and print the data. How can print that? Print the variable. How to print the data type? I can use the type as an inbuilt function in the Python. So it will print the data along with the type. Print the data along with the type. Got it right? This is one of the examples while asking in the interview. So everybody is clear till now?
तो लास्ट वाला समझ में नहीं आया, वो जो आपने बताया था ना लास्ट वाला.
Okay.
हाँ ये वाला.
Suppose that in the interview they will give you a example that there is a list of the items, okay, which contain the multiple data types, either the string, either the integer, either string, and either the boolean. Okay, you have to write a program that will print the data along with the data type. In that case, you can write the for loop, and the for loop you can iterate over the list. Okay, and the list, once you iterate over each and every list, first will come this one in the first iteration, second will come in these iterations, third iteration, and fourth iteration. 4 items, 4 iterations, and it will print the data as an I. And how to get the data types? So I can use the type and pass the variable name. So it will print the data types. Clear, Piyush?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. So anybody have any doubts till now? Let me know. Anybody? No? No any questions? Okay. Are you getting my point? Whatever I'm explaining or whatever I'm delivering? Piyush, Ashish, or like Sagar, anybody
Yes,
can.
sir.
Okay. You are getting my point. All right. So coming to this PPT part. So now this. All right. Data type part, right? So data type, I explain about the data types, different type of base conversions, float data type I have explained, and the complex I explain about the real part and imaginary part, right? And then complex data type I have explained how to get the real part and imaginary part. Some of the example I have shown you. In the Boolean data type, I explain how to take treat as in true plus 2 as in 2, true minus false minus is equal to 1. These are some of the examples I have explained. String data type I have explained. The slicing operator I have told you that, right? How to use the slicing operator. These are the type convert slicing operator to use that. Typecasting I have explained about the integer, how to convert any data type into the integer, boolean or string. These are some of the examples also which is attached here, list data type. Now coming to the range data type, which I explain about the range, how to use the range functions in the different scenario. State data type I explain, dictionary I will explain in the later on the class because this is a very much important part. Coming to that this none part, I explain how to print the none part, how to get the none data types from the any functions. Now these are the summary, how to convert, what is the type of the data, how to convert, how to typecast. These are the conversion between both of them and with the help of example also. And now these are the escape character, which I told you that these are the escape character for the new line, for the tab, for the backspace, right? These are the some of the example I explained in the data brick. Now coming to this last part, this is also a kind of cheat sheet where all the concepts are in the place itself in the one PPT. You can go through that. You can uh, understand all the classes contained in the one PPT itself. Whatever we have discussed in the conversion, in the data type, in the things, right? Now coming to the assignment operator or assignment things. So I'm just sharing this assignment to you. In the next class, you just prepare with all the Databricks setup, okay, this Databricks setup, and just try to solve this problem with the help of your own knowledge, whatever we discussed in the today class. Okay, so these are the questions using the range function to print the 0 to till 9 in the decreasing order. And the second one is to add 10, which is the string format, b as 20 as in string format, and use that, add that value, and then print only the string only, because these are the string. You have to add the value between the 10 and 20, which is the 30, and then print the value in the string only format. So these are the two assignment I am just sharing with you. With the help of today class, you can solve easily this problem statement. I will share this assignment along with the class recording as well as the content. Okay, so till now, anybody have any doubt? Let me know regarding content, regarding the class which happened today, or anything. Piyush, Ashish, Sagar, anybody have
Do
any
we have
doubt?
the next
Nikhil?
class tomorrow?
Yes,
When is the next
yes,
class? Is it tomorrow,
tomorrow.
right?
Yes, Saturday, Sunday. So today was the first class, and then tomorrow. So I will share the recording as well as this PPT content along with the this Databricks notebook, which contain all the codings discussion which we discuss. You can go through that. You can just add, you can get this PPT and you can write, you can execute your code, you can create your account also in the Databricks if you do not have. And then if you have any doubt, you can come up with that in the next class. We will discuss.
Sir, I am having one doubt.
Mhm.
Which we are using like a community version in Databricks. So
Mhm.
it will keep my data which I have created like a notebook. It will keep
Mhm.
as long as notebook that Databricks exists, right?
Correct.
It is
Yes.
not going to delete as a like subscription version.
No, 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 no. This is the free version. This is for the kind of community editions where you can create your notebook and it will keep with you until unless you're not going to delete your account. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right. Anybody else? Any have any confusion regarding the class? Also, if you have any doubt, in the next class, starting from the 5 to 10 minutes, we will discuss about the assignment part which we have shared in the today class, and then we'll discuss about some of the doubts, and then we'll start the next class also in the tomorrow. Anybody else? Last final call. If you have any questions. No. All right. So I'm assuming as a no. And if you do not have any doubt, any clarification, then fine. Thank you so much for joining this class today. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. And have a nice evening.
Thanks,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Good night.